When we planned a vacation to Coorg, our chief motive was to escape the melting heat of Kolkata. The hilly greens of the rain-soaked valley beckoned us. It was a well-deserved respite, and we were brimming with excitement. As we had landed in Bangalore, we had a long route to cover, but were lucky enough to be able to board a spacious tempo traveler for the journey. The filmmaker in me was overwhelmed at the prospect, as it meant ample space for me to move my gear up and down the stretch of the vehicle, and that meant multiple angles and perspectives of the road to play with. The further we looked down the long and smooth stretch of road in front of us, we could see dividers made out of flower beds and the shadow of the hills looming higher in the sky. The canopy of trees on either side of the road made it look like a tunnel with a green roof. Through it we went, our hearts racing in excitement to breathe the fresh mountain air and enjoy the soothing weather. Soon we started the ascent. The tall pine and fir trees greeted our sight, and the wind turned pleasant. Coorg awaited us. The journey to Coorg from Bangalore is incomplete without a visit to the Ranganathitu Bird Sanctuary. Spread across a stretch of 40 acres along the banks of the river Kaveri in the Mandya district of Karnataka, the sanctuary was granted the designation by the Wadiyar kings of Mysore in 1940 on the insistence of the ornithologist Salim Ali. The sanctuary consists of 6 islets on the river that form the nestling ground for many birds. As it is the largest bird sanctuary of the state and an important tourist destination, the government too is highly invested in its growth and beautification. The park is well designed with properly sanitized toilets and other amenities that make it tourist friendly. Interesting flight of stairs at various corners lead to elevated grounds for a better look at the myriad, colorful and chirpy winged visitors as well as the inhabitants of the park. During the season, that is between November to June, exotic birds fly in from as far as Siberia and Latin America. The painted stork, the breathtakingly beautiful creation of God, can be easily spotted here. In fact, one can spot different varieties of stork at different corners of this park. The Asian open-bill, woolly-necked and common spoonbill are readily seen and photographed. Egret, cormorant, oriental darter, black-headed ibis, stork-billed kingfisher are also a part of the population. Boat trips to the meandering river offered at the park make it easy for the visitors to spot and photograph these birds. They also bring you terrifyingly closer to the mugger crocodiles that can be seen bathing in the sun on the banks of the river from the boat, thus adding thrill to the otherwise pleasant ride. The Ranganathitu Bird Sanctuary is a photographer's and bird watcher's paradise. The display of fancy telescopic lenses carried by most of the visitors here put my humble gears to shame, and I thought I was amply equipped with my 7D Mark II, my GoPro and my Osmo. But it isn't so easy to catch these heavenly winged creatures after all. Had I not visited the park, I would have been completely unaware of the numerous gadgets used to take selfies and group feeds these days. And I thought my height and long arms would suffice as a selfie stick. Wherever we looked, the pretty smiley faces posed for the photographs. Certain human instincts and gestures are so universal that the language barrier appears insignificant. It takes very little to express and extend joy and happiness. When we left the park for Coorg, we too were infected by the happy and welcoming air of the surroundings.